Every week, I talk to families who are done with their property tax bill, done watching their Illinois paycheck disappear before they ever see a dime of equity. And they all ask me the same question: is Kenosha, Wisconsin actually worth it? Well, today I'm going to give you the real answer. 5 reasons Illinois families keep making this move, and one, some of them eventually leave. Because I would rather tell you both sides now than have you figure it out after you've already moved here. Here's the number that starts almost every conversation I have with someone calling from Illinois. The effective property tax rate in Cook County sits around 3%, Lake County around 2.6%, McHenry County around 2.4%. Kenosha County sits at 1.69%. On a $400,000 home, that's roughly $5,400 a year in taxes, versus $10,000 to $12,000 a year across the border in Illinois. That difference alone changes what people can afford. My name is Chad Scott. I'm a realtor with Epic Realty here in Kenosha. My wife Aalia and I made this exact move from Illinois to Wisconsin back in 2011. So I'm not just selling you on this area, I live it. So let's go deeper on the first reason: property taxes. This is the number one driver that I hear from Illinois families. Not just the rate difference. It's the trajectory that Illinois assessments have a pattern of going up, whether the values support it or not. Families tell me that their tax bills have gone up every single year for the last 5 to 8 years, while their actual service levels have stayed flat or declined. Wisconsin is not perfect, but the rate difference is real, and for most families I work with, it represents thousands of dollars a year back in their pockets. Now, I know that it sounds like I'm making a case for my own business, and I get that. But these are publicly available tax rates. Pull your current bill and run the math for yourself before you ever call me. Reason number 2, what your money actually buys. The same budget that gets you a townhouse or smaller single-family home in Lake County, well, that typically gets you a 4-bedroom house with a yard here in Kenosha. I'm not talking about the edges of the market. I'm talking about a solid, well-maintained home in established neighborhoods with good access to the interstate and the lakefront. For families who have been watching the Illinois inventory and feeling priced out of what they actually want, well, crossing that border changes the math for you completely. Reason number 3 is harder to put a number on, but I hear it constantly. Quality of life. Kenosha has a lakefront. It has the Harbor Park redevelopment coming online. It has farmers markets, trails, a genuine downtown, and a community that actually knows your name. For families coming from areas where they have never met their neighbors and the commute eats 2 to 3 hours a day, the shift in lifestyle is significant. This is not a rural trade-off. Kenosha is a real city with real amenities. It just does not come with the same price tag or tax burden as Illinois. Reason 4, schools and the environment. For families, I'll be honest with you here. If you're coming from a top-tier North Shore school district, you're going to want to do your homework on this one before you even move here. And that's exactly what I want you to do. Kenosha Unified School is a district with a range of schools, but families who settle in areas like Pleasant Prairie or the Tremper and Ruth attendance areas constantly tell me that they're satisfied with what they find. And there are private and charter options as well. The point is, do not let the school question stop your research. Let it guide where in Kenosha County that you decide to land. Now, I know that some agents will tell you that the schools are great across the board, and I'm not going to do that. I would rather you ask the hard questions now than feel misled after you've actually moved here. Reason 5, you don't actually have to leave your Illinois life behind. Kenosha sits right on the Wisconsin-Illinois border. The Metro Union Pacific North Line runs directly into Chicago. The drive to the Illinois border is minutes, not hours. For families where one partner still works in Illinois or where the extended family is south of the border, Kenosha is the move that lets you get the financial benefit without actually disconnecting you from your existing life. That's a real advantage that very few markets can actually offer to you. Now, here's the part that agents will skip over. The one reason why people leave Wisconsin and sometimes move back south: the winters. I'm not going to sugarcoat this for you. Kenosha winters are real. We get lake effect snow from Lake Michigan. We get sustained cold that runs from November into March. And every year I see a handful of families who made the move for all the right financial reasons, and then realize after 2 or 3 winters that they're built for Florida or Texas or Tennessee. That's a real thing, and I'd rather you know it now. If winters are a deal breaker for you, I'll tell you that honestly and help you think through your options. I'd rather lose a transaction than have you be miserable in February. I know it sounds like I'm giving away a transaction, but I really don't care. This is the unelected mayor of Kenosha talking. If the winters are a deal breaker, know that now, before you move here. If you're serious about this move, the first step is my Kenosha Relocation Guide. It covers everything that we talked about today and more. Grab it at the link down here in the description. And if you're past the research stage and ready to talk numbers about your specific situation, text me directly at 262-331-1621. I actually answer my own phone. And I'll see you in the next one.